In a world where success is celebrated and failure is shamed, have you ever wondered why the worst people seem to rise to the top? Why do manipulators, narcissists, and sociopaths often achieve positions of power, while genuinely good people struggle to make a difference? Today, we're diving into this unsettling truth and exploring why it happens. From ancient philosophy to modern psychology, we'll uncover the hidden mechanisms behind power and manipulation. But first, let's start with a question. What does it really mean to be successful? Society tells us that success is measured by wealth, status, and influence. But what if these metrics are misleading? What if the people who succeed aren't actually contributing to the greater good, or worse, are actively harming it? This isn't a new problem. Philosophers and thinkers throughout history have warned us about the dangers of unchecked power. Take Friedrich Nietzsche, for example. He once said, "The weak and the failures seek refuge in morality." In other words, those who lack genuine strength often use moral codes as a crutch to justify their actions. But why do we fall for it? Why do we allow these individuals to wield so much influence over our lives? To understand this, we need to examine the psychological and societal factors at play. But how do these worst people manage to succeed? The answer lies in human psychology. Manipulators are experts at exploiting our natural tendencies, like the desire to belong, the fear of rejection, and the need for validation. For instance, consider charisma. Charismatic leaders don't necessarily have good intentions. They simply know how to tap into our emotions and convince us they do. They prey on our vulnerabilities, promising solutions to complex problems without delivering meaningful change. And then there's the phenomenon of social proof. The idea that we tend to follow the crowd because it feels safer than standing alone. This is why mass movements can gain momentum so quickly, even when their leaders lack integrity or competence. But it doesn't stop there. Manipulators also exploit something called the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias where people with low ability overestimate their own skills. By projecting confidence and certainty, they create the illusion of competence, which fools others into trusting them. So, what happens when these tactics combine? You get a perfect storm of deception, one that allows the worst people to climb the ladder of success while leaving the rest of us behind. Friedrich Nietzsche had a lot to say about power. He believed that true power comes not from controlling others, but from mastering oneself. In his view, the strongest individuals are those who embrace their flaws and face reality head-on, not those who hide behind massive morality or popularity. Nietzsche warns us that seeking power for its own sake is a dangerous game. It can lead to corruption, exploitation, and ultimately self-destruction. So, the next time you see someone rising to the top, ask yourself, are they truly strong or just skilled at manipulation? One of Nietzsche's most famous ideas is the Übermensch, a hypothetical individual who transcends conventional morality and creates their own values. While this concept has been misinterpreted and abused throughout history, its core message is clear. True greatness requires authenticity, resilience, and the courage to challenge societal norms. Unfortunately, many powerful figures today embody the opposite of Nietzsche's ideal. Instead of transcending mediocrity, they cling to it, using fear, greed, and deception to maintain their dominance. To see this dynamic in action, consider some recent events. Think about corporate executives who prioritize profits over ethics, politicians who lie to stay in office, or celebrities who exploit their fans for personal gain. These individuals may appear successful on the surface, but their actions reveal a disturbing truth. Success often rewards bad behavior, and yet, despite their failures, many of these figures continue to thrive. Why? Because society rewards spectacle over substance, appearances over authenticity. As long as we value showmanship over integrity, the worst people will always find a way to succeed. The media plays a significant role in this dynamic. Headlines focus on flashy stories and sensationalism, often ignoring the deeper truths behind power struggles. Meanwhile, social media algorithms amplify content that triggers emotional reactions, whether it's anger, fear, or admiration, regardless of its accuracy or ethical implications. But all hope is not lost. History shows us that authentic leaders, those who prioritize truth, justice, and compassion, can still make a difference. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela prove that real power lies in serving others, not dominating them. These individuals didn't rely on charisma or manipulation to achieve their goals. Instead, they tapped into something deeper, the collective conscience of humanity. They understood that true power comes from empathy, integrity, and the willingness to stand up for what is right, even when it's difficult. The truth is, success isn't always what it seems. True strength lies not in dominating others, but in understanding ourselves and the world around us. As Nietzsche reminds us, to live is to suffer, to survive is to find meaning in the suffering. So, the next time you encounter someone who seems to have it all, ask yourself, what is the cost of their success? And more importantly, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Have you ever felt manipulated by someone in a position of power? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into philosophy, psychology, and the human condition.